12 meals, one recipe. That's today's camp cooking with the Henna Bears. Hi and welcome back. I'm Dave from the Henna Bears, and today we're going to be showing you how to make 12 different meals from one recipe. That's right, just one recipe base will make 12 completely different meals. So let's get cooking. So this base for 12 meals is going to be made using our slow cooker and all these ingredients. Okay, we're going to start off our base with a nice hot pan, and we have some ground beef, or minced beef as we call it here. Let's pop that in to colour it off. And start it frying. Now again, I'm using mince that's come from the butchers. You're going to find that with a butcher's mince, it's a lot less water content too, which means it's going to fry a lot better and get a lot more flavour. And to this, we're going to add one diced onion. Now you could put this straight into the slow cooker. I actually like to start it off in the frying pan to get that caramelization, which adds a lot of flavour to it. Okay, so now this is starting to fry down and the onions are starting to go a little bit opaque. I like to add some of my seasoning. Now I always keep a bowl of my seasoning mix by the side of the cooker. Now this is salt, pepper, celery salt, garlic, and onion, and I just sprinkle that over the top. We don't want to add too many seasonings to it because this base is going to be used for 12 different recipes. So we're just adding a little bit of seasoning into it here. And we change our seasonings into the base depending on what we're going to make from it. Now today I'm going to be using my base to make a cottage pie, but it's so simple just to take the base and change it into something like a spaghetti bolognese or a lasagna or a Lancashire hot pot, or even adding a little curry powder, making a minced beef curry, or folding in some pastry and then deep frying and making into some samosas. But I'll give a list of all the ideas we've had below in the descriptions. But let's start out with our base. So there we go. And now we're going to add a glug of red wine. This is from our local vineyard near Sitges. So let's just add a little glug to that. There we go. A little glug more. So there's just enough left for a glass of wine for me in a few minutes. There we go, and we're going to let that cook down, reduce down. Oh, it's already smelling delicious. Okay, then next I'm going to add a little bit of tomato puree, just like a teaspoonful, a nice big one. Because again, we're not going to, let's add a little bit more. Like I said, we're not going to spice it up too much so that we can make it into so many different things. Now at this point I'm going to add some garlic. Now I don't add this at the beginning because I don't want it to burn and maybe get a bitter taste. Okay, there's that garlic going through. And I'm also going to add a little splash of Worcestershire sauce, just a little again. That really brings out the flavour. And now, just to get the thing started, I've got about a pint of beef stock here, and I'm just going to add a little, just to loosen the mixture. There we go. Let's just bring that up to a sizzle, a boil, and then we'll move right over to the slow cooker. Okay, so here we are at the slow cooker. I've preheated it to a low, and we're going to start off. I have some frozen mushrooms that I'm just going to pop in here. I've also got 3 carrots that I've sliced up, and then I've got a couple of sticks of celery and 1 whole pepper. Pop that in. Let's give that a quick mix up. And now we're going to add our beef. Good stir through. Now I'm not putting in anything to thicken the mixture at the moment, but once it's all cooked I'll show you how to thicken it if you want to have it with the gravy. There we go. And now I'm going to add the rest of the beef stock, just till it almost covers. Now leave a little back and put that to the side because we'll need that later on for thickening. So there we go. Now we pop on the lid, and it's on a low heat, and a low heat I would say for about 6 hours. So you can do this way in advance, or you could even do this a couple of days before and then freeze it and then decide what you're going to make with it afterwards. But like I said, today we're making a classic cottage pie. So let's leave that on for 6 hours to cook, and we'll see you then later. Hi, welcome back. We've got about an hour to go before this is ready. So let's talk about some of the things we could do with this gorgeous base. Well, we're going to be making cottage pie today, so we're going to basically be the same as it is. Or you could serve it with rice and have a savoury mince, or you could put it in a dish and make a dumpling mixture to put on top. Then you've got cobbler. You could put a pastry dish lid to it and make it into a pie, or just take out some of the meat, leaving the gravy behind, and make some pasties. Or you could even get a tin of the new potatoes, slice up, and then pop it here and in the oven, and that will make you a lovely Lancashire hot pot. Now, also, you could start adding some things to it. So you could add some tomatoes and some Italian herbs, and then you've got a delicious spaghetti bolognese, or a lasagna sauce, or even a sloppy Joe sandwich, which is fantastic. And then maybe add some aubergines and bake in the oven, and you've got a glorious moussaka. How about adding some tomatoes and some chili flakes and serve with some rice, and you've got a gorgeous chili con carne. Also, how about adding some garam masala, or some ordinary curry powder, and that will give you a keema curry. Or add some peas and take a little bit of the sauce out, so you've got a drier meat, and you could fold that into some pastry and deep fry that, and you've got some pecoras. Or how about adding some paprika, a little sour cream, and you've got a gorgeous beef stroganoff to serve over some egg noodles. So there's so many different ways you can serve this, but like I said, we are making cottage pie today, so let's turn some of this liquid into a gorgeous rich gravy, and this could not be easier. What we're going to do is, remember we saved back some of our stock. We have got just a heaped spoonful of corn flour. Let's add a little bit more, maybe a spoon and a half. We're making a slurry into the cold stock, and stir that so it's nice and dissolved. There we go, it's all dissolved, and now we're going to stir this into our sauce. There we go, all in like that. And give it a stir, and that is going to create a gorgeous, thick, rich beef gravy to go with our cottage pie. There we go, you can see it's already starting to thicken up, and it smells absolutely delicious. So I'm going to pop the lid on, let it cook for about another hour, and we'll see you back then. Hi, welcome back. So it's been cooking for about another hour, so let's put together our cottage pie. Okay, so I've got an oven-proof bowl. I've preheated the oven to about 200 degrees, and let's start putting it together. Let's start with our beef cottage pie mixture. We want to get a good couple of inches in the bottom of the bowl. There we go. Not too much, because chances are it will bubble up. There we go. And now on top of this, I have some frozen carrot and swede mash, and we're going to start off by just sprinkling these on the top. This is going to give us a lovely layer of the carrot and swede. There we go. And then, I'm cheating even more, I've got some frozen mashed potato. So let's put that on top, sprinkle that one on top there. This is a real cheat meal. You can start the beef cooking before you go to work or early in the morning, and then just put all this together, and it's only going to take you 40 minutes. So now we're going to pop that into the oven and let it cook. It's going to take about 20 minutes altogether, but we're going to take a look at it after about 15. Once the mashed potato has started to melt, we're going to go through and just fork it, just to give it some nice peaks so it's going to go crusty, and then pop some cheddar cheese on top. So let's pop this in the oven now. There we go, so we just give it a mush up, just to break up the pellets. And now we add a sprinkling of cheddar cheese to the top. Back in the oven and work it up full so it gets nice crispy topping. So here we go. This is our gorgeous cottage pie. As you can see, I went a little bit overboard on the filling, but it's all still good. So try it out. If you enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so you can get the recipes as soon as you publish them. And we'll see you next time on Camp Cooking with the Henna Bears.